The glittering world of high society thrives on moments of absolute grandeur, where tradition meets contemporary glamour under the watchful eye of the global public. Few events capture this intersection quite like a gathering of the British aristocratic inner circle, where every detail is analysed, every gesture is catalogued, and every fashion choice becomes a statement for the history books. Recently, the quiet and picturesque village of Kemble in Gloucestershire became the centre of the universe for fashion enthusiasts and royal watchers alike. The occasion was an extraordinary celebration that brought out the absolute finest names in British society, transforming a historic country church into a veritable runway of haute couture and sartorial competition. It was a day filled with laughter, celebration, and intense public scrutiny, as the attendees stepped out in their finest attire, fully aware that the eyes of millions were fixed upon their choices. The air was thick with anticipation, not just for the beautiful union being celebrated, but for the unspoken style showdown that inevitably accompanies such a prestigious gathering. Harper's Bazaars, the sun shone over the beautiful Cotswolds landscape. The historic All Saints' Church opened its ancient doors to welcome an array of distinguished guests, each striving to strike the perfect balance between classic elegance and modern flair. For generations, these high-profile gatherings have served as the ultimate testing ground for style, where a single outfit can elevate a public figure to a style icon or spark an intense national debate. This particular weekend proved to be no exception, as the arrival of prominent public figures immediately set tongues wagging and keyboards clicking across the globe. The sheer variety of colors, fabrics, and designs on display created a breathtaking visual tapestry against the backdrop of the stone architecture, offering a feast for the eyes of the gathered well-wishers and photographers. However, behind the smiles and the graceful waves lay a fierce, albeit silent, competition for the title of the best-dressed guest, an accolade that carries immense weight in the world of high-stakes social presentation. In the digital age, public opinion has become the ultimate arbiter of style, transforming traditional fashion commentary into an interactive experience, where everyday observers can voice their unfiltered thoughts. A major national publication decided to harness this collective enthusiasm by launching an extensive online poll, inviting readers from all walks of life to cast their votes and determine who truly conquered the fashion field. The response was overwhelming, with hundreds of thousands of style enthusiasts rushing to participate, turning the casual evaluation of outfits into a massive public forum. As the numbers began to roll in, the results started to paint a highly unexpected picture, challenging long-held assumptions about who dominates the world of high society elegance. For years, the spotlight has almost exclusively shone on the women of the aristocratic circles, whose gowns and custom headpieces usually dominate the front pages. Yet, as this fascinating public vote progressed, a stunning shift in public perception began to emerge, sending shockwaves through the fashion community, to the absolute astonishment of traditional commentators. It was not the elegant gowns or the avant-garde dresses of the high-profile women that captured the hearts and minds of the voting public. Instead, a collective wave of appreciation swept forward to lift the male attendees to the very top of the rankings, proving that the art of classic tailoring and refined masculine style holds an enduring power over the public imagination. The top spots in the poll were quickly secured by a core group of prominent gentlemen who demonstrated a masterful understanding of formal dressing, proving that simplicity, perfect fit, and subtle coordination can outshine even the most elaborate ensembles. This unprecedented turn of events highlighted a growing public appreciation for the nuances of men's formal wear, a realm where precision and understated elegance are paramount. As the top four positions became locked in by these impeccably dressed men, the debate surrounding the women's style choices intensified, revealing a deep and fascinating divide among the public, while the gentlemen enjoyed a wave of nearly unanimous praise. The choices made by the high-profile ladies in attendance proved to be far more polarizing, sparking intense debates among voters and fashion critics alike. Even the figures, who are traditionally viewed as infallible icons of grace and sophistication, found themselves caught in the crosshairs of this digital division, where every seam, color choice, and accessory was subjected to intense scrutiny. The public proved to be incredibly demanding, split down the middle on looks that some viewed as flawless masterpieces and others regarded as minor missteps. This dramatic variance in the voting pattern demonstrated that when it comes to female high fashion, the line between an absolute triumph and a controversial choice is razor thin. The unfolding results created an incredible layer of intrigue around the event, making it clear that modern audiences demand a perfect harmony of innovation and tradition, and are more than willing to withhold their approval if an outfit misses the mark. As we prepare to dive deeper into the exact numbers, the specific percentages, and the fascinating stories behind these individual style choices, the true scale of this fashion battle becomes clear. From the highest-ranked ensembles that captured the public's imagination to the unfortunate choices that fell to the absolute bottom of the list, this gathering provided a masterclass in the unpredictable nature of public taste. The contrast between the universal acclaim received by the men and the fierce arguments sparked by the women's attire offers a compelling look into the shifting dynamics of modern style. Before we unveil the comprehensive breakdown of the winners and losers of this high society fashion showdown, take a moment to subscribe to our channel to ensure you never miss an update on these fascinating public developments and exclusive insights. In the next segment of our report, we will reveal the precise figures and the surprising reactions that defined the upper echelons of the scoreboard, showing exactly how the public rated the most prominent figures of the day. The revelation of the official public poll results sent a massive shockwave through the world of high fashion commentary, as the final numbers showcased a staggering divergence between the male and female attendees. To fully comprehend the scale of this stylistic upheaval, one must look closely at the men who dominated the upper echelons of the scoreboard with almost effortless grace. At the absolute pinnacle of public approval stood the Prince of Wales, who delivered a masterclass in classic British tailoring that resonated deeply with the hundreds of thousands of voters. Entering the historic grounds of All Saints' Church in Kemble, Prince William displayed an impeccable sense of style that perfectly mirrored the significance of the occasion while paying subtle homage to the groom. He selected a meticulously sharp suit that exuded traditional elegance, but it was his choice of a beautifully coordinated blue waistcoat and matching tie that truly captured the public's imagination. This subtle injection of vibrant color not only complemented his stature, but also matched the precise sartorial theme chosen by the groom himself, creating a sense of visual unity that the voting public found incredibly appealing. The final tally reflected this overwhelming admiration, with Prince William securing an incredible 84.60% of positive votes, a near-unanimous endorsement that firmly established him as the undisputed style champion of the entire celebration. The wave of appreciation for refined masculine fashion did not stop at the top spot, as the subsequent positions on the leaderboard were quickly locked down by a tight-knit circle of prominent gentlemen, each bringing their own unique flair to the traditional dress code. Securing the second position with an equally impressive showing was Mike Tindall, the former England rugby star and husband of Zara Tindall. Known for his robust presence and casual charm, Mike fully embraced the sophisticated atmosphere of the Cotswolds wedding by also sticking closely to the elegant blue theme. His ensemble featured a beautifully tailored jacket and a perfectly knotted tie that seamlessly blended athletic stature with high society refinement, proving that classic tailoring can look exceptionally striking on any frame. Right behind him, completing the dominant male quartet at the top of the pole, were Jack Brooksbank, the devoted husband of Princess Eugenie, and Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, the husband of Princess Beatrice. Both men are deeply embedded in the social fabric of the British elite, and their style choices reflected a profound understanding of contemporary aristocratic elegance. Jack opted for a sharp, clean silhouette that favored understated sophistication, while Edoardo, true to his Italian heritage, brought a touch of continental panache with a flawlessly fitted suit that emphasized clean lines and immaculate grooming. Together, these four men created an impenetrable wall at the top of the rankings, leaving the fashion world to marvel at how the gentlemen had completely stolen the spotlight from their traditionally more celebrated female counterparts, in stark and dramatic contrast to the universal acclaim showered upon the men. The style choices of the high-profile women in attendance became the source of an intense, highly divisive public debate that split the voting audience down the middle. Nowhere was this fascinating polarization more evident than in the public reaction to the look presented by the Princess of Wales, an individual who is globally recognized as one of the most influential and flawless style icons of the modern era. For this joyous occasion, she arrived wearing an immaculate £750 cream buccal dress designed by the renowned fashion house Roland Mouret. The outfit was a masterclass in structured elegance, featuring clean lines and a sophisticated fabric that perfectly caught the summer afternoon sun. To complement the gown, she chose a recycled boater-style hat crafted by the celebrated milliner Jane Taylor, demonstrating her characteristic commitment to sustainable fashion, and finished the look with a pair of exquisite Kiki McDonough earrings that added a subtle touch of sparkle. On paper, and to many traditional style critics, the ensemble was an absolute triumph of royal grace and seasonal appropriateness. However, when the look was submitted to the unfiltered court of public opinion via the digital poll, it ignited a fierce tug-of-war among fashion enthusiasts that no one could have anticipated. While the outfit managed to rack up an impressive 799 positive upvotes from admirers who viewed it as a pinnacle of regal sophistication, it simultaneously attracted a staggering 731 downvotes from critics who found something amiss. Some observers speculated that the structured buccal fabric might have appeared slightly too formal for a relaxed country wedding, while others debated whether the pairing of the recycled boater hat gave the overall silhouette an uncharacteristically heavy feel. This unprecedented surge of negative feedback had a devastating impact on her overall standing in the poll, dragging her percentage of positive approval down to a mere 52.20%. When placed side by side with her husband's towering 84.60% approval rating, the contrast was nothing short of extraordinary, highlighting just how volatile and demanding public taste can be when evaluating the wardrobe choices of the world's most photographed women. As the middle tier of the poll results unfolded, the complexities of high society dressing became even more apparent, revealing that the voting public was looking for a very specific blend of color, comfort, and seasonal harmony. Interestingly, the highest-ranked outfit among all the female attendees did not belong to one of the most famous royal figures, but rather to a guest who masterfully captured the essence of an English summer garden party. This attendee completely won over the hearts of the voters by stepping out in an exceptionally elegant blue and red floral gown that struck the perfect balance between vibrant color and sophisticated design. The flowy nature of the fabric offered a refreshing alternative to the heavily structured garments seen elsewhere, and she perfectly anchored the look with a classic cream hat that shielded her eyes from the sun. Furthermore, in a move that resonated deeply with voters who value practical elegance, she opted for a pair of highly stylish yet undeniably comfortable wedges, allowing her to navigate the historic stone paths of Kemble with absolute ease. This thoughtful combination of beauty and utility struck a massive chord with the public, proving that sometimes an authentic, effortless approach to fashion can outshine the most expensive designer labels on the market. Unfortunately, the poll was equally decisive when it came to identifying the ensembles that failed to resonate with the audience, casting a harsh light on the outfits that fell to the absolute bottom of the rankings. The definitive title of the least popular outfit of the day went to an attendee who chose a highly striking yellow lace mini dress, a bold wardrobe choice that immediately set her apart from the rest of the congregation. While fashion-forward risks are often celebrated on modern runways, the public felt that this particular piece missed the mark for a traditional church wedding. The bright yellow lace was deemed by many voters to be slightly too loud and casual for the historic setting of All Saints' Church, but it was her choice of accessories that truly cemented her position at the bottom of the scoreboard. She decided to team the vibrant yellow dress with an array of contrasting purple accessories, creating a high-contrast color block that many viewers found jarring rather than chic. The resulting visual clash failed to win over the online voters, who overwhelmingly flooded her profile with down votes, making it a clear example of how an overly ambitious style experiment can completely backfire in the traditional arena of British high society. As the tension surrounding these numbers continued to build online, the event itself moved forward, leaving a trail of fascinating conversations about identity, tradition, and the evolving rules of aristocratic style that would set the stage for a deeper look into the lives of those involved. The fascinating outcome of this fashion poll does much more than simply rank garments. It provides a profound window into the shifting cultural dynamics and personal histories of the individuals who comprise the modern British aristocratic circle. To truly understand why this specific gathering in the peaceful village of Kemble carried such immense social weight, one must examine the fascinating lives and background of the central figures whose big day brought this distinguished crowd together. At the heart of the celebration was Peter Phillips, the eldest grandchild of the late Queen Elizabeth II and the only son of Princess Anne and Captain Mark Phillips. Born into the very core of the British royal structure, Peter has carved out a unique position for himself over the decades, successfully balancing his deep familial ties to the monarchy with a highly successful career in the private sector. Unlike his cousins, Peter was not given a royal title at birth, a deliberate decision made by his parents to afford him a more normal life, which has allowed him to navigate the worlds of international sports management and corporate sponsorship with remarkable freedom. His marriage to Harriet Sperling represents an exciting and joyful new chapter in a life that has been lived under the constant, though respectful, gaze of the British public. Harriet Sperling, an exceptionally accomplished pediatric nurse and a dedicated mother, brought a breath of fresh air and grounded elegance to this high society union, earning widespread admiration for her grace and poise throughout the wedding festivities. Her background in the demanding field of healthcare reflects a deep commitment to public service and empathy, qualities that have endeared her immensely to Peter's family and the wider public alike. The path that led this beautiful couple to the historic altar of All Saints' Church was paved with shared values, mutual respect, and a deep appreciation for the quiet, rural beauty of the English countryside. By choosing to hold their ceremony in the charming location of Kemble, Gloucestershire, they firmly rooted their special day in a region that holds deep personal significance for the entire family. The stunning area is located just a short distance from Gatcombe Park, the historic country estate, where Princess Anne resides and where Peter spent much of his childhood, making the entire weekend feel like a warm, deeply personal homecoming for the extended family network. The incredible turnout of high-profile guests at the church underscored the deep affection and solidarity that exists within this tight-knit social circle, bringing together individuals whose lives have been intertwined since childhood. Figures like Mike and Zara Tyndall have always shared an unbreakable bond with Peter, frequently supporting one another through major life milestones and public celebrations. Zara, an Olympic equestrian silver medalist, and Mike, a celebrated World Cup rugby champion, represent the vibrant modern face of the extended family, combining elite athletic achievement with a highly accessible, down-to-earth public persona. Their effortless style, coordination, and enthusiastic participation in the fashion pole highlighted their role as pillars of support within the family, showing up with joyful enthusiasm for a beloved brother and cousin. Similarly, the presence of Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, along with their respective husbands Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi and Jack Brooksbank, demonstrated the incredible generational continuity that defines these grand occasions. As the cousins continue to stand united during moments of personal significance, the intense public interest surrounding the style choices of the Prince and Princess of Wales further illustrates the immense symbolic role they occupy as the ultimate representatives of modern elegance and continuity. Every public appearance by Prince William and Catherine is treated by the global media as a major cultural event, where their attire is decoded for hidden meanings, respect for tradition, and reflections of national identity. The fact that Prince William achieved such an extraordinarily high approval rating in the public poll speaks volumes about his evolving public image as a confident, impeccably polished leader who respects formal protocol while remaining deeply relatable. His choice to align his wardrobe with the groom's chosen blue theme was seen by voters as a wonderful gesture of humility and respect, prioritizing family unity over individual standout styling. On the other hand, the highly polarized reaction to Catherine's immaculate Roland Mouret dress serves as a stark reminder of the impossibly high standards to which she is constantly held by fashion critics and the public alike, where even a minor deviation from what the audience expects can trigger a massive national conversation. This fascinating polarization ultimately reveals that the modern audience is no longer a passive observer of high society events. Rather, the public has become an active participant, using digital platforms to voice strong opinions on how tradition should be presented in the 21st century. The immense popularity of the guest, who wore the simple blue and red floral gown paired with comfortable wedges, indicates a significant cultural shift toward practicality, comfort, and effortless charm, suggesting that the public increasingly values authenticity over rigid, overly expensive luxury. Conversely, the widespread rejection of the yellow lace mini dress and its purple accessories demonstrates that while creativity is appreciated, there remains an enduring respect for the sacred atmosphere of a historic church setting, where certain boundaries of traditional decorum are still expected to be honored. These public voting patterns provide invaluable insights for fashion designers and stylists worldwide. mapping out the precise boundaries of modern taste and showing exactly how to strike the perfect balance between innovation and heritage as the sun set over the picturesque village of Kemble and the wedding guests departed for their private celebrations. The echoing conversations surrounding this extraordinary day continued to reverberate across social media and global news outlets. The beautiful union of Peter Phillips and Harriet Sperling will undoubtedly be remembered not only as a magnificent celebration of love and new beginnings, but also as a definitive cultural moment where the rules of high society fashion were thoroughly evaluated and rewritten by the public. The striking contrast between the unanimous praise for the impeccably tailored gentleman and the passionate debates surrounding the ladies' creative ensembles will continue to inspire style discussions for many months to come. Ultimately, these grand gatherings remind us of the enduring power of tradition, family, and community, proving that even in a rapidly changing world, the timeless rituals of celebration, elegance, and public fascination remain as vibrant and captivating as ever.